Hey guys, welcome back to Node.js tutorials. In this video we'll be looking at how to make a persistent login session using Express session module. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is we need to define a protected resource, the resource that we need to protect, right? So let's just say I want to protect a API endpoint, something like dashboard, because you need to be able to log in to see the dashboard, right? Request response, and this is still part of the simple login, so don't worry about clever stuff here. Let's just get this to work, and then we'll cover more advanced stuff afterwards. Here we'll do a check to say if logged in, if not logged in, then return rest.status 401, which is unauthorized. .send. Else 200.send. Welcome to super secret API. Right. So we're saying get dashboard if I am not logged in, not very massive significance on not. If I'm not logged in, then send 401. If else, then just send 200 with a message, welcome to super secret API. Now this is most definitely not going to work. The reason is because this thing doesn't exist, and this will this will totally not work. We need to refer to session. Now sessions are very interesting things because they store persistent data per request. So every time a request comes in, Express will reload the session with all the variables that you had previously stored as part of those requests coming from the same browser. And then your code has access to those variables, and then you can do cool and clever stuff. So let's install it. How do you install it, you say? Well, it's very simple. npm install save express session, and boom, done. So we have installed Express session successfully. Now let's actually configure our application to use it. Very simple again. It's var session equals require express session, and we just need to register it to our app here. Let's just say app.use session, and it needs a couple of properties. One is the secret. The secret is used to encrypt the session data in the session, which is in memory by default. You can have the session point at a database if you want, or a in-memory store like Redis, Memcache, that kind of stuff. It's totally up to you, but by default it is in the process memory. If you kill the application, the session dies. But if you make it point at a database, your session will live as long as you don't change the secret afterwards. This normally, you should never, ever, ever, ever put this in your code. If you have to store it somewhere, store it in the environment variable. At the very least, because you want it to be safe, encrypted, and not be in a public repository on GitHub. It could be anything. So for this project, for this example, because it doesn't really matter, I'm going to put a garbage string in. You can use whatever you want, but it needs to be long and complex and something that you cannot easily guess. The second thing that you need is resave property, resave, which is false, and then save uninitialized is true. Resave will resave the session or not after every change, and save uninitialized is if it should save uninitialized objects in the session when they're assigned to the session. We'll cover that stuff afterwards, so don't worry about it for now. Done. So let's start it. Successfully connected to Mongo, sessions there, everything works. Not so fast. Let's protect our dashboard thing. To access session, you need to access your request .session, and then any object that you have stored inside the session can be accessed by dot and the object name. So in this case, user. So we'll check if our session has the user object. If not, then we're going to send 401. If we do, then we're going to send 200 with welcome to super secret API. Right, now let's test this. Well, let's go to the dashboard. So let's create a new tab. Let's keep this one as it is. Dashboard. Let's send it. So we're now getting 401 unauthorized, which is not very good because we want access to this resource. Now let's log in. So we've got my username, my password. Let's do a send. Sure, okay. So I think I'm logged in now. Let's go back to the dashboard and let's try accessing it again. 401 unauthorized. Well, it's not working. It's broken. Not so fast. It's not actually broken. It's just the code hasn't been implemented yet. The reason is because we have found the user, but we haven't stored the user in the session. Let's do that. Just very simple, request.session.user equals user. Boom, done. Let's start again. Let's go back to the dashboard. Can't access it still. Let's go back to login. Send 200 OK. Go back to dashboard. Send 200 OK. Welcome to Super Secret API. So we've got a very, very simple thing here, which is basically just saying if my session exists, then return a string. If not, then return 401. Don't give access to my secret resource. We've got a simple login thing, which creates a session, stores it, and we've got a dashboard thing which reads it. Very simple. This is the one thing that I was talking about in-memory sessions, which is if I kill this process and start it again, it will die. So if I go to a dashboard again and try it again, 401 unauthorized, it's not working. Now I need to re-log in and then go back here and do it again. But now once I'm logged in, I can do this a million times and it will work fine because I'm logged in. So guys, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you guys in the next one. So till then, cheers, bye bye.